does that fall within the purview of the Temperance Brigade? And I prayed on this. First of all, because I barely understand the internet, so I certainly didn't understand like a fake internet that only exists on a boat and you have to type all these numbers in. Having said that, I've reached my conclusion. If you plan on using Twitter, you are ineligible. Yeah, I'm dropping the hammer. I'm dropping the hammer. You are ineligible to take the pledge. Or, if you do take the pledge, and then find yourself using Twitter, you have violated a sacred oath. So, having said all that, and knowing the stakes, and keeping in mind the significance and the severity of what you may now choose to undertake, those of you who are willing to join me on a one-week journey of physical and spiritual enlightenment, stand now and raise your right hand. All right. Yeah.
Without Twitter.
I'll do my best, but there's no guarantees.
And I do want to say to calm your nerves. I know some of you are obviously grappling with this. I can feel the nervous tension in the room. Some of you are wondering, like, if I don't do this dingle-dangle with my phone, like, how will I know what's going on? And you should just proceed in the way they used to in the glory days of sea travel, which is just like stumbling around in a blind rage until you find somebody in a dinner jacket and then shake him by the lapels and say, where's the fun happening? Like, take him in by the phone. Just do that. You don't need a fucking computer on your phone. All right, right hands up, guys, and you're gonna say what I said.
Your phone said it.
I did.
You're wondering if that's gonna happen, and it does. I solemnly swear. To forego internet and email. For the duration of JoCo Cruise Crazy 2. I forswear Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and dial-up. And Twitter. I will not visit a Caribbean cyber cafe. If a friend tries to show me the internet, I shall avert my eyes. And I hereby pledge to silently judge those who lack my fortitude. By the grace of Poseidon's beard, give me strength. Amen. All right, guys, let's have a great week.
So that happened. Okay.
That oath is like straight out of Pulp Fiction.
Okay, let's get to another topic. Dinner. Here is how dinner, Here's how dinner is going to work. By popular demand, as we did last year, we have a section set aside for JoCo Cruise Crazy Sea Monkeys, and within those sections, you may sit wherever you like. Couple of exceptions. There are... Yeah, check them out. Please do not sit on the giant Jonathan Colton illustration.
That is for my ego.
There are too many of us to have fit in the entire upstairs because for various reasons we couldn't get the entire upstairs, and even if we did, there's still too many of us. For those of you unfamiliar, the main dining room, which is all the way at the back of the boat on decks 2 and 3, and you'll get this if you're new, we promise, you'll just remember, the stage is fore, the food is aft. Just like Mom used to say. There are 2 floors to the dining room, upstairs and downstairs. We have seating in both areas. This is the upstairs section. Down here are the doors where you will enter into the dining area. All of the blue, all these lands be ours. They will be marked with white table tents. Anywhere there is a white table tent that says JoCo Cruise Crazy Reserved Open Seating, I believe that's what it's called, right? You may sit at any white table tented area. You'll notice 3 green exceptions. There are 3 tables that will have green table tents. That's for the people who specifically requested fixed seating for the duration of the week. They have their reasons and they are welcome to them. Please do not sit at any of the 3 green table tented sections. The red section here is for all the cool people. It's reserved for performers and staff because there was no fair way or remote way to organize to distribute us properly amongst everyone, so rather than be fair to only some people, we're unfair to everyone. But you may look upon us as we dine and wonder at the many wonderful, rich, awesome, famous, powerful things we will be speaking of at dinner. Mostly we'll be talking about how silly you all are. Downstairs, so again, to review, front doors where you will walk in, basically anywhere along the left side and back area, and here is the peninsula of looky-loos.
Should be the Floridian spot.
Downstairs, front doors, large JoCo illustration.
Where you go?
Basically we have what Storm has just designated the monkey pen. Almost every single seat in the middle area, sort of centered around the stairs, is for you folks. Again, white table tents. We have tried to get a reasonable mix of large tables where you can mingle amongst each other and some smaller tables, 2- and 4-person tables. We understand tonight is going to be a bit of a scrum. And we don't want anyone to get upset. We promise you will get the hang of it. We wholly encourage you to mingle, and some nights eat upstairs, some nights eat downstairs. Mix and match. It's up to you guys. Follow Wheaton's law. Dress. There are 2 formal nights, Tuesday and Friday, as you have been notified. Formal attire as defined by Holland America is jacket and tie for men, and I believe the phrasing was nice dress for ladies. They are reasonably strict in their definition of formal for those 2 nights. Whatever you wear to pass formal is determined by the Holland America dining staff and the maitre d'. We will abide by their decisions. It's their boat, it's their rules for dining, it's the way it is. And these dress codes apply only to the dining room and only on those 2 nights. And we encourage you to do it. It's going to be fun. Plus, on the Friday night, immediately following dinner, is the 2nd annual Paul F. Tompkins Memorial Mustache Formal and Fez Extravaganza. That said, if you don't want to, if you don't have formal wear, you just don't want to get dressed up, there's plenty of other places to eat on board. The Lido restaurant is open, and the dress code doesn't apply there.
And formal wear is not required for the Paul F. Tompkins. Entirely optional.
Yes. Nor are fezzes required. They are just encouraged, as are mustaches, which will be provided. Dress for dinner in the main dining room on all other nights is defined as smart casual. Basically it means pants as opposed to shorts, shoes as opposed to flip-flops. They ask for a collared shirt. If you do not have a collared shirt, at least a plain t-shirt is fine if you do not have a plain t-shirt. We are not saying you will get away with it. Some people manage to get to dinner with t-shirts with logos and dragons and stuff on them. But again, some people were asked to change last year, so it is caveat emptor. Emptor.
Serious emptor. I'm just pointing out that Storm and I are basically goofus and gallant on this subject.
I don't know what's going on. Let us talk about some events. Tonight, 6:45 until 7:45 on the Seaview Pool Deck, also known as the Lido Aft Deck, which is up Deck 9 all the way at the back of the boat. Cocktail reception for JoCo Cruise Crazy. Open bar, hot and cold hors d'oeuvres. It is a private event. You must have your badge. If you want to drink for free, have the badge that is the color of pee. Just like Dad used to say. Every night that there is not an official function, such as the Paul F. Tompkins formal, after dinner, roughly 10 o'clock until 11, that same area, the Seaview Pool Deck or the Lido Aft Deck, is functioning as our sort of unofficial gathering place because not many other people go out there besides us. There's a bar back there, we will be hosting what will amount to casual meet and greets with the performers and hanging out in general and enjoying one another.
If you know what we mean.
Yeah, as we've mentioned, we love to foster a collegial, informal atmosphere with this event. We actually debated for a long time and then consciously decided not to schedule an actual autograph session because we didn't want this week to be about standing in line for 4 hours and then walking past a table and getting a scrawl for 20 seconds. Which is not to say you cannot ask for autographs at any time. The performers are ready to make themselves available to you. Define that how you like. And usually will be armed with Sharpies at times that are appropriate, especially at those meet and greet times 10 to 11 are sort of designated as times where you can especially be okay to do that.
So don't wait till the last night if you really want to get out autographs. We've intentionally scheduled these informal meet and greets so you can hang out and meet performers and for there not to be a rush at the end.
Yeah, and we're just trying not to make the last night or two be 50 people line up behind each famous person to get autographs. So we're trying to spread the word. And Jonathan, you have a few.
Well, may I suggest, in the spirit of the Wi-Fi Temperance Brigade, that you consider this idea that instead of getting an autograph or a posed photo, you hang out and have a nice time with everyone. Have a conversation with somebody. The dynamic between a famous person and JoCo Cruise Crazy attendee is a strange one for all of us, I think. I think it makes all of us a little bit uncomfortable. It's a weird thing. We're biologically not meant for this sort of weird social interaction. And we had a long, very weird, frank discussion on the last JoCo Cruise Crazy about this with the audience. But I feel like if you're here to have a good time, let's just be cool, We're all just hanging out here, having drinks, and I do think that for me it's a much more valuable thing to talk with you and say hello to you than it is to sign something of yours or stand there like this in a fake way. If you want to take a picture, right? Which would you rather have? Which would you rather have? A picture like this? Or a picture like this? If you want to take a picture, take a picture. But it doesn't need to be posed. If you want to have an interaction, have an interaction. We're all here to hang out with you. It's going to be awesome.
That being said...
Don't look me in the eyes, though.
Yeah.
Darker shades.
That being said, we're not saying never ask for an autograph. And as a matter of fact, should you desire them, we have, starting tomorrow for sale in the ship's store, the official JoCo Cruise Crazy 2 poster. We don't have that image loaded on here because I'm a dummy, but you'll be able to see it in the store and you'll be able to see it tomorrow night. We'll put it up on here. It's awesome, and it's a poster.
And I do want to say one more thing, not to belabor this whole famous person point, but there is a weird mix of public time and private time on board, so just be aware of what's going on. If a famous person that you want to talk to is swimming in the pool with their kids, maybe that is not a good time to ask them for an autograph. Maybe wait until later.
If they are asleep in their cabin, in their bed, which is locked, it's a particularly bad time.
Please don't wake us.
they're being assaulted by towel monkeys, please intercede.
Okay, just a few more things to get through. After the 10 till 11 get-together on the Seaview Pool deck tonight, at 11 p.m. in the Culinary Arts Center, the CAC, also referred to as the Queen's Lounge, is the Dance Party with DJ Flans. I am particularly interested in seeing how this goes. But we heartily encourage you to all go and get your proverbial grooves on. Let's see, tomorrow is our day in Half Moon Key. Those of you who've never been, weren't on the last cruise, this is a private island owned by Holland America. It's a beautiful beach, and there's a barbecue in the afternoon that is free. There are shops, but it's a private island, so there's not a bunch of oppressive trying to sell you things and begging for money. And okay, we're not going to get in trouble like that, but we really wanted to get that flag made for this year, but for some reason Holland America nixed it. If you weren't here last year, ask somebody who laughed. But it's a lovely place. It is, whereas at the other two ports of call, you'll be able to step directly off the boat onto those islands. This one, you'll actually have to be getting on tender boats that will ferry us between here and the island. They'll explain how it all works. It's fairly easy. There is a JoCo Cruise Crazy section of beach that they are setting up for us. Basically, as you look out on the beach, there is a long row of cabanas, and then there is the Captain Morgan's bar, which looks like a pirate ship. That shit's not getting old either. Then there are some more cabanas. At the end of those cabanas will be the JoCo Cruise Crazy section of beach. They'll put out a bunch of chairs for us. It's not formal or anything, but it's where we're hanging out.
And there will be a remote bar there, so you won't have to go far for your night.
There'll either be a bar or drink service. We haven't cleared that up quite yet, but one way or another there will be alcohol. And it's not that far from the Captain Morgan bar, so you can always go there and buy drinks. And everything you want to purchase on that island, by the way, you can charge to your room key. So it's like it's not real money. Also, while we are there during that day, we are having Playing in the Sand with Vi Hart. There's not a particularly set time for that. We are not sure exactly what it's going to entail because I don't think Vi knows exactly what it's going to entail, but it is going to involve sand, will likely involve math, and will definitely be awesome. So all that is happening. Then, at 1 p.m., we are having a group photo taken in front of the Captain Morgan bar. The ship's photographer will be there. It's an awesome setting of, he'll be up on the top of the bar, we'll be on the beach and or in the water, and the boat will be behind us, and it's an awesome photo. But we know some people will have some excursions you may be on, so it's not the only group photo we're taking. But that'll be at 1 p.m. if you want to take part in that. Just be on the beach in front of the Captain Morgan's bar. Also, if you're here with your family or a small group, or just some folks you'd like to have a group photo taken with, you'll be able to do that in that setting as well. It's a really awesome setting. The photographer will be there, and they usually don't necessarily hang out there, but it's just an awesome composition. So feel free to take advantage of the photographer before or after then. Let's see. Maybe I should rephrase. No, let's move on. The first concert tomorrow night starts at 4:30 p.m. featuring Chris Collingwood and this gentleman and myself. And possibly some special guests. Basically, every night except for one, the concerts start at 4:30. We have a hard 7 p.m. stop time, which sort of stinks, but it should give us plenty of time for show and gives you plenty of time to change and get ready for dinner, which will be at 8 o'clock. The only difference, I think Thursday the show starts at 5 instead of 7 because we're in port until then. But the idea is we want to have the doors open as soon as we can. As soon as sound check is done, we're going to try and get doors open for you, which hopefully will be no later than 4:15 on any day. And while you are waiting in line this year, we are arranging for them to provide drink service. Also, we are expecting they're going to fill in this area with chairs. I don't know, somebody maybe projectile vomited at the end of the last show or something. I don't know why that's open.
It's for C. Gallagher is going to be here tonight.
Ah, yes. C. Gallagher. I love his stuff. So once again, don't forget, for all concerts, bring your badge. And as you can see, this is pretty much everyone here. There is not a bad seat in this room. So, and the Emperor's pods are filled. By the way, you guys are going to have to vacate that. All the other concerts, that's the Hodgman pod. The Emperor Hodgman pod. But the shows are going to be awesome. They're going to rock. We're very much looking forward to them. We're very glad that you all are here. I have one final request before we send you off to go drink free drinks. Our good buddy, maybe we have more than one request, because Damn It Liz is here. Yes, yes. Yes. So 2 things. First of all, we're not saying any details about it yet, but later on in the week we'll be providing you details for your ability to pre-register while on the ship for JoCo Cruise Crazy 3. Mystery. And second of all, if you would come out here for a moment, Steptoe, our good buddy Steptoe, if you would come out. Take a look at this man. If you resemble this man, follically, we would like you, if possible, if you want to participate in a cool thing, to meet him right down here in front of the stage immediately following this event, because we seek for this week to assemble the army of Steptoes once again. Oh, hold on, we have another. Yes. What's that?
It's here. It's here.
I want to ask if there's anybody other than people.
This is Chickazool, by the way.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm shy.
Just speak into it.
I'm Sarah Chikazul. You may have interacted with me on the forums or Facebook, etc. Some of you may have ordered the Jonathan Colton Level 4 Artificial Heart package, and they shipped it a little late, and some of us who did not live in the United States did not get ours before we had to leave for the cruise. Now I know of a handful of people who that is true for. Is there anybody else? Raise your hand. No?
We did not?
No? Just a handful? What we arranged to, Jonathan arranged to have a level 4 box here on the ship so that we can open it and reveal the surprises before all of you who have already gotten yours spoil everything for us. So that...
Maybe meet up during the social at 10 o'clock.
During the social at 10 o'clock, come to the gaming room. We will get it set up there. Priority and people who get to be close to it are those who have not seen it before. But if you already have a level 4 box or just want to see it, come on down.
Just look for Sarah. I know it can be a little difficult to make her out in a crowd.